We'll move on now to the U.S., where the stock index futures pointed to a slightly lower open on Friday as investors look to more data releases and moves in oil. With Friday marking the last trading day for the quarter, this is usually seen as a time when investors reposition their portfolios or take profit. And one area set to keep investors on their toes is data, with personal income and outlays data due out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, followed by Chicago PMI at 9:45 a.m. Consumer sentiment is slated to come out at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. No major earnings or bond auctions are scheduled. Well, for more, I'm being joined by Jill Maladrino, VOA Channels TV business correspondent in New York City. Hello, Jill. It's the last day of the month and the second quarter of the year.
Yeah, U.S. stocks, they look like they're set to open slightly higher this morning as we're seeing a rebound in technology, which was really the drag on the market this week. Recall that it's really been led by NASDAQ-listed heavyweights to propel this market upward. We're also seeing a bounce in oil prices as well. So it looks like the market is going to finish out the second quarter and the first half of the year in spectacular fashion. You know, S&P is up over 9% on the year. So trading should slow down significantly today as traders head out for the holiday weekend. U.S. markets will be closed early on Monday, July 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern and all day on Tuesday, July 4th in observance of Independence Day. So I would expect traders to slowly trickle back in next week. So we'll have some slow summer trading for the next couple of days.
So what can we look forward to out of the U.S. markets in the month of July?
It's going to be a busy one. The all-important employment report will be released Friday, July 7th at 8:30 Eastern. And as usual, we will have instant reaction live. The Federal Reserve doesn't seem too concerned regarding job creation, but wages will be closely watched. Wage pressures thus far have remained modest, and the Fed will be watching closely for an increase that may signal a pickup in inflation. The number of net new jobs has been positive for a record 80 consecutive months.
Earnings seasons will also pick up the week of July 10. Do you think they will be as strong as first quarter earnings?
Consensus estimates currently reflect about an 8% year-over-year increase in the second quarter, though it is often the case that upside surprises push the final number higher. Now, what's interesting is there has been little in the way of negative pre-announcements, and that's a really good sign. Oil prices will likely be a drag on the energy space, but the sector is still expected to be a solid contributor to year-over-year growth along with financials and technology.
And what about the Washington, D.C. impact?
Well, unless Congress cancels the August recess, it will not be in session between July 28th and September 5th. But I really doubt that there will be any shortage of news flow out of this administration. Markets will be watching Congress for potential progress on several fronts, including health care and tax reform, and just a general direction of policy. In general, there is plenty of data for traders to watch for in July, especially earnings season, because that will take some of the focus off of macro issues.
All right, thank you very much, Jill. We'll just have to let you go and get started for the day. Enjoy the weekend and the holiday too. We move on now to Asia, where markets closed lower today despite China manufacturing index reading beating expectations. Japan's Nikkei 225 eased 0.92% to close at 20,033.43 after trading below the 20,000 level earlier in the session. The Kospi slipped 0.18% to end at 2,391.79. Australia's ASX 200 pulled back 1.66%. Markets in Greater China traded lower as President Xi Jinping visited Hong Kong ahead of the 20th anniversary of the Hong Kong handover. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index declined 0.7%. On the mainland, the Shanghai Composite finished higher by 0.09%, and the Shenzhen Composite ended up 0.28%. Indonesian markets remain closed today.